So we've talked about bulking and cutting now, and inherently, once people understand that's pretty easy to figure out. You bulk when you want to put on muscle, but to gain muscle, you got to gain weight. So sometimes you gain a little extra fat, then it's a lot easier to lose fat than it is to lose muscle. So if you do the right things with your nutrition and training, you lower your calories, you lose the fat, keep a lot of the muscle, you have a better physique. So where do maintenance phases come in there?
Okay, so if we're past the beginning, right, maintenance, just to figure out where you're at, I think maintenance phases are maybe in a time of life when you don't know what you want to do or you don't have the ability to do something, right? So maintenance is kind of like status quo, right? If you came off a bulk and you feel good, like performance is good, you like how you look, you could just stick it out. That's your maintenance, is like you're happy. Most people don't really ever get happy if they're, I call it chasing the dragon. Like you can never quite catch the dragon. So you're like, I'm never happy. What do you mean? I'm going to diet again, and then I'm going to bulk again, and then I'm going to diet. So having these maintenance phases kind of brings you back to reality, because when you bulk, you gain fat and your metabolism upregulates a bit, and then your training goes well, and you feel generally good, unless you're one of the people, I think like yourself, who have to eat a ton of calories to bulk. But then kind of when you're dieting, you're kind of not miserable, but you're not like a part of you is missing when you're dieting. It's like just not there, right? And if you're a student, or you're working hard and you've got to deal with life, right? Maybe it's not a good time to do either, because you can't pack in all this food and you can't train properly, or you just can't twist the knobs enough. So the maintenance phase is just like status quo life. Like I'm just maintaining. This is where I should be able to keep forever, and maybe not be happy, but I should be able to hold this and be okay.
Yeah, definitely. One of the things that a lot of people get tripped up on, I feel like, how long would you recommend taking a maintenance phase for?
So if you're going to kind of periodize your nutrition, kind of go between bulking and cutting and bulking, I mean, a month is nice. Like if you can get 2 months, great. 4 to 6 weeks is what I tell people. Like you need to come back down and figure yourself out for 4 to 6 weeks. Otherwise, there's just a lot of variables going on there that you may miss, especially if you're dieting to get really lean. Like someone actually said this. It might have been Helms, it might have been Fitch, and I don't remember. But it's like for every week you diet, you want like half a week of maintenance or something, or maybe it's a 1-to-1, to where you really come back to normal and let everything kind of equilibrate.
Yeah, and I think that for me, taking maintenance phases was actually the thing that helped me push my training and like my gains further, basically, because I didn't even realize it, but I found myself going on these crazy bulks, and then I would gain a lot of size, but then immediately want to get lean so fast and just throw myself in this crazy deficit crash diet. And even though I was making progress over time, the progress looked like this instead of more straight lines. So I think taking maintenance phases is really beneficial, is what I'm trying to get across here.
Yeah, for sure. And I think when you start, everybody does that, and that's a great reason to use, resources, or listen to people who know what they're doing, or get a coach, or use the tools that you have, whatever you can do to help you through that. Like again, that kind of up and down. We want to avoid that, because that's not good for your body, really. It's not good for your mind. It's just not good in general. It may not hurt you, but it's not the best way to go about doing certain things.
Thank you so much for listening to the LogSmarter podcast. If you're interested in more content and information like what we discussed in the show, you should check out our website, logsmarter.net, and our app that uses machine learning to help our customers optimize their nutrition so they can reach their goals while saving time, effort, and money. If you find what we do valuable and want to support the show, leaving a positive review or sharing with a friend is extremely helpful for us. Remember, you can head to logsmarter.net for more information. On the site, you'll find links to our app, which is available on Android, iOS, and web, and you'll also find links to get in touch with us on social media.